What if I told you this fabulous chai latte baked apple was both easy, decadent, absolutely delicious, and totally free of refined sugar and dairy, and that latte cream on top is everything. Let's get to it. Welcome it, Taylor Kitchen family. Today we are making a delicious dessert that's going to be on the healthy side. It has no refined sugar in it, and it's baked apples. I had a lot of baked apples when I was growing up because we had lots of apple trees on the family farm in Indiana, and so there were always apple dishes, and baked apples was one of my absolute favorites. My mom would bake them with nuts and brown sugar and butter. We're going to do a healthier version because I'm not using any refined sugars, no brown sugar or anything like that in these. And all I want to do is take your preference of apple. I like, we have so many assorted apples right now. It's November and it's basically apple season and all the yummy things. And I'm going to core some apples that I got in Ellijay, Georgia. Using one of these, which is a melon baller, makes the job really easy. And I'm just going to get that core out of the apple. I want to leave myself a nice well in the middle because that's where all the good stuff's going to go. I've cored out these apples very nicely, lots of room for all the good stuff. And these, if I haven't mentioned yet, are going to be chai latte baked apples. And so I have 3 in here. You can do as few or as many apples as you want. And I have a tiny bit of water at the bottom of this so that the bottom of my apples don't burn, but they'll just get really, really luscious. Okay, and then I've started with some dates and I've soaked them in water. And here's where the chai flavoring comes in. I'm gonna make it really easy. So I do have, this is a chai spice blend. I've got about a teaspoon of this left. And I'll make myself like a chai latte with this blend. But I also, for ease of use, all you need to do is just open up a bag of chai tea. And I'm gonna add that right in there. Oh wow, and already the scent is so amazing. And then just a little bit of vanilla. And these dates have just been soaking about 10-15 minutes. It doesn't take long. And then I'm going to blitz them up in my little mini Ninja blender. And this is going to make part of what's going to stuff these gorgeous apples. Okay, that's pretty good. It's a little liquidy, which is fine. This is going to make a syrup. And then I'm going to add your nut of choice. I have a little bit more than 1/4 cup of pecans. You could use walnuts. You could use cashews, but I'm going to use cashews for the latte part of this. I do want it to be a little chunky. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So you can see that got really thick and creamy. And I'm just going to dollop it into the center of these apples. And you can be messy with it because if there's some on the exterior, that makes a lovely crusty syrup when it's baked, just all the better. And doing all of this in the blender makes it so easy, so easy. My mouth is watering already. Ready to go. The only other thing I want to do is just to add the smallest dollop of butter. Use my little gingerbread measuring spoons. Maybe a teaspoon of butter. You can leave this off if you want this to be totally vegan. A little bit of butter on top of this. These go into my 375 oven for about 45 minutes. They want to be nice and soft, and all of this is going to get so luscious. You're not going to believe how wonderful they are. Okay, and then for the latte part, I have some cashews that have soaked in warm water for at least 15 minutes. You can soak them overnight if you want to. It really doesn't matter. And I'm going to add just a tiny pinch of my chai spice. You can also set aside a little bit of that tea bag if you want and just add it to this. I'm also going to add a little bit more vanilla. And I'm not going to add any sweetness to this. I feel like cashews just have a natural sweetness that is so good. And it's just going to offset the sweetness of the apple with all the date and the nut mixture that's in them. You can also add a date to this and let it soak, and it will sweeten everything as you're going to blend it. But once again, I'm going to blend everything up. Okay, look how creamy that got. Take a little time and make sure you process it so it's super creamy, and then just pour it out into a serving container. A little gravy boat like this will do the trick. And this stores really well in the fridge. I keep cashew cream like this on hand for a lot of different things. It makes a really good pasta sauce, just add different flavors to it. I've made a cashew cream fettuccine alfredo. It's on tkfoodie.com. So this is ready for my apples, and we'll get a taste test in about 45 minutes. Hey there, if you haven't yet, please take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications to our YouTube channel. Click that bell icon below to make sure you get all the latest from us. And if you give us a thumbs up and leave a comment, it really helps out our channel, and we love, love, love to hear from you. Also, check us out at tkfoodie.com. Hey there, are you a YouTube channel trying to grow or trying to gather more engagement? I recommend vidIQ. I've been using vidIQ for a couple of years now, and I really appreciate what they can do for your channel, be it larger or be it small like mine. They offer up great recommendations, tags, titles, thumbnails. They give fabulous analytics, even proper launch times to get the most engagement from your videos. If you're interested in checking vidIQ out, click that link below and see what they can do for you. They are out of the oven. They smell fabulous. They will shrink down a little bit as they start to cool, but they are tender. I poked a fork in them just to make sure they were totally done. So I want to dish one of these up. And honestly, if you're not dairy-free, you can certainly use whipped cream over these, but I love having the dairy-free option. So there we go. Oh, that's gonna looks so good already. And then all you do is just dollop a little bit of this cashew cream on top. And that's your latte. Oh, that looks delicious. And if you want to drive home the point, you can just put a star anise just to make it look really festive and special. That is a thing of beauty. That is a very pretty looking dessert. All right, I need to give this a little bit of a taste. It is calling my name. All that date filling down in the middle. Wow. You can see the middle of this. It is loaded with goodness. So let's have a little taste. Get all that in there, the filling and the cream and the apple. This is absolutely spectacular. It's a lovely, healthy dessert. It's beautiful, and you can spoon some of these juices over the top, make it even more decadent. Serve it with ice cream if you want to, but that's essentially it, guys. The recipe is on tkfoodie.com. You're gonna love these chai latte baked apples.